Welcome to The Explainer. So today we're diving into this absolutely fascinating concept that could honestly completely shift how you view your finances. And it all kicks off the exact second your paycheck hits. If you've ever found yourself wondering, where did all my cash go by the end of the month? Trust me, you are definitely not alone. We're going back to basics today to uncover the exact routine successful people use to automatically get ahead. And it's all about changing one core habit: choosing to invest first.
Seriously, think about it. What actually happens in those first 15 seconds after you get paid? It sounds a little crazy, but the moment that direct deposit hits, you've got about a 15-second window before your brain just starts making terrible, impulsive spending decisions. 15 seconds. That's literally all it takes for us to start calculating, okay, how much can I blow on that new gadget? Or can I finally afford those shoes sitting in my online cart? But here's the thing. Those same 15 seconds can be the exact difference between staying broke forever and actually building real wealth.
So here is the blueprint we'll be covering to help you go from being a financial sleepwalker to a real wealth builder. We've got 1, the 15-second paycheck trap. 2, why successful people invest first. 3, calculating your true necessities. 4, building your financial foundation. 5, accelerating wealth and crushing debt. And finally, 6, automating your financial future. Let's just jump right in.
All right, section 1, the 15-second paycheck trap.
The average person usually has absolutely no clue where their money actually goes after payday. They're basically operating as financial sleepwalkers. They know rent gets paid somehow, food magically appears in the fridge, the Netflix subscription renews, but beyond that, it's just complete financial chaos. They end up treating a hard-earned paycheck like it's some surprise birthday gift instead of a really powerful wealth-building tool. Instead of prioritizing their future self by investing first, they blow most of it on random stuff they don't even need. And then they spend the next 2 weeks eating cereal for dinner and obsessively checking their bank app.
Moving on to section 2, why successful people invest first.
And this right here is the ultimate mindset shift that separates the wealthy from everyone else. The average person approaches their money completely backwards. They pay their bills, buy whatever they want, and then try to save the leftovers. But spoiler alert, there are never any leftovers, right? It's like trying to fill up a bucket that has a giant hole in the bottom. Successful people, on the other hand, flip this entirely on its head because they know prioritizing their future is the only real way to build wealth. They invest first. They allocate every single dollar with extreme intention. They get that a paycheck isn't just spending money, it's their future financial freedom, basically chopped up into monthly installments. So a person making $50,000 a year who actively invests first is going to retire comfortably, while a higher earner making $100,000 who spends every penny, they'll be working for the rest of their life.
Which brings us to section 3. Calculating your true necessities.
So, the golden rule to make this whole investing first thing actually work is keeping a strict cap on your expenses. Specifically, a maximum of 60% of your take-home pay on true necessities. To put that into perspective, let's say someone earns $75,000 a year. After taxes, they're bringing home roughly $4,750 a month. If their rent is $1,800, car payment is $400, and groceries are $500, they're at $2,700 in monthly expenses. That is about 57% of their take-home pay. Perfect. But listen, if you are spending more than 60% on necessities, you're either living somewhere way too expensive for your current income, or, and let's be honest here, you're calling luxuries necessities just to make yourself feel better. And we really have to be brutally honest about what a true necessity actually is. We're talking about things you literally cannot survive without: housing, food that actually keeps you alive, basic transportation, essential utilities, and healthcare. Take a look at what doesn't make the cut: an expensive car payment, daily coffee runs, weekly dinners out, premium cable packages, or subscribing to literally 17 different streaming services. Those are absolutely not required for survival. Knowing the difference between what you actually need versus what you just want, that's the foundation that frees up the cash to let you invest first.
All right, section 4, building your financial foundation.
Okay, so before you even think about spending money on anything fun, you've got to stay current on your debt payments. This is all about protecting your financial reputation, meaning your credit score. Consider this wild fact about how the credit system works. In school, getting a 97% is an A+, but in the credit scoring world, dropping from 99% to 97% on-time payments completely tanks your score and instantly gets you labeled as a high-risk borrower. The system is totally unforgiving. You literally must make your minimum payments on time every single time. No exceptions. Next piece of the foundation is the emergency fund. Now, I know it's about as exciting as watching paint dry, but life absolutely loves throwing curveballs. Your laptop completely dies right when you need it for work, or your dog eats something weird and suddenly needs a crazy expensive surgery on a random Tuesday. You need 3 to 6 months of living expenses just sitting there in a boring, highly liquid savings account. And please, do not invest this money in risky assets or lock it up where you can't get to it. You're not trying to get rich off this specific cash. You are buying peace of mind so you can actually sleep at night.
Section 5, Accelerating Wealth and Crushing Debt. Okay, once that foundation is rock solid, you officially graduate into wealth building mode. Let's talk about investing for that future you. Take a number like $1,800. If your employer offers a retirement plan with a match, capturing that match is your absolute #1 priority. It is, quite literally, free money. If your company matches 3% of your salary and you're making 60 grand a year, contributing $1,800 means your employer just hands you another $1,800. Boom. You just doubled your money instantly. There is absolutely no other investment on the planet that guarantees a 100% return on day one. Now, beyond that employer match, your goal should be investing about 10% of your gross income. And the cost of waiting to do this is just massive. If you start investing just $300 a month at age 25, earning an average 8% return, you'll sit on around $1 million by age 65. But if you wait until you're 35 to start doing the exact same thing, you'll only end up with about $400,000. That 10-year delay literally costs you $600,000. Time really is money here. So stop overthinking it, grab a simple diversified index fund, and let compound interest do all the heavy lifting for you. Now, while those investments are humming along in the background, you also need to aggressively crush any non-mortgage debt. And there are two main ways to tackle this. The avalanche method focuses entirely on the math. You pay off the debts with the highest interest rates first. Simple. But then there's the snowball method, where you pay off your smallest debts first, totally ignoring the interest rate. Honestly, personal finance is way more about psychology than pure math. Seeing those small debts completely disappear gives you this incredible momentum. So just pick the method that keeps you fired up, stick to it, and whatever you do, don't switch halfway through. As you finally clear out that debt, you can really expand your investing. And a Roth retirement account is an unbelievable tool for successful investors. Basically, you pay taxes on the money you contribute right now, but all the future growth is completely tax-free. It's literally like planting an apple tree today and never, ever having to pay taxes on the fruit it produces for the rest of your life. You just get to keep all that future growth without sharing a single dime with the government. Which brings us to our final part, Section 6, Automating Your Financial Future. Listen, to make this entire strategy actually work, you absolutely have to automate everything. Why? Well, because willpower is just a muscle, and it gets completely exhausted by like Thursday evening. You might wake up on Monday feeling super motivated to manage your money perfectly and invest first, but by the end of the week, when you're tired and stressed out, that motivation totally vanishes. You'll tell yourself, oh, I'll just transfer the money next week, and we all know how that story ends. It never happens. When you automate, you remove human emotion and laziness from the equation entirely. This automation is exactly how successful people guarantee that they invest first. Here is the exact step-by-step flow. Step 1. Your paycheck hits your checking account and just sits there for exactly one day, just to make sure everything clears properly. Step 2. The very next day, automatic transfers kick in like clockwork, moving a predetermined amount right over to your savings. Step 3. Even more automatic transfers immediately fund your investments and your specific financial goals. You literally never have to think about it. It just happens behind the scenes, exactly like paying a utility bill. Just remember to update this automated flight plan anytime you get a raise or pay off a big debt. Honestly, this payday routine, it isn't rocket science, but it works precisely because successful people follow a proven system to invest first while everyone else is out there just guessing. So you have to ask yourself, do you want to control your money, or are you going to let your money control you? It's time to start treating your income like the incredible wealth-building tool it actually is. Automate your system, make investing your absolute first priority, and I promise you, in 5 years, you will be blown away by the wealth you've built while everyone else is still scratching their heads wondering where their paycheck went. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll see you next time.